The debate on the restoration of presidential term limits has lately been raging among politicians and religious leaders who argue that its removal in 2005 is largely to blame for what they call the tense political situation the country is in today. But in an interview with NTV, the president has dismissed the debate as misguided.
My view is that it is a lot of nonsense, because as long as there are elections, the people should elect. And there are some good examples. If you take a country like Israel, for instance, indeed all the European countries, they don't have term limits.
The president also criticized the religious leaders who have been publicly demanding for the restoration of term limits for entering into a tough war that they ought not to.
They can have views, but I think the arrogance of going on the pulpit and giving me a lecture about something I know better than they do is something they should check themselves on. When you go in public to give me a lecture, one day I will also give you a counter lecture. So it's not a good method.
The president, who has been instrumental in mediating over a number of regional geopolitical disputes, also weighed in on the recent proposal by the East African Community of extending the jurisdiction of the East African Court of Justice to try Kenyan suspects indicted by the ICC for war crimes.
We discussed it, and we said the Attorney General should advise us whether we can convert the East African Court to play a role in criminal matters, in the war crimes. And they are going to give us the advice.
NTV asked the president whether there are any undisclosed interests Uganda has with Kenya, given the recent visits by high-profile Kenyan leaders, and this is what he had to say.
We have got interest in stability, but also the Kenyan people have got interest in stability. And it is for them to decide who should lead them, not us.
The president maintained that he remains a champion of the proposed East African Political Federation, saying the main objective was to boost the market for traders in the region. He dismissed claims that his main objective in pushing for the political federation was so that he could become the president of the federation. Chris Ochamringa, NTV.